Hello everyone, this is TechBizmo. I do hope that the audio sounds fine. I have another computer open just so I can hear how I sound. Okay, yeah, it sounds like the audio quality is okay. So, today, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a Ubuntu 20.04 Fossa review. Now, it has been about 2 years now since I have done a live stream to my YouTube channel, so this is probably not going to be the greatest. I may be making a cut down version of this, like a highlights version of this where I just have the important stuff, the actual review, and I cut out all the interruptions because, I'm assuming I may be getting interrupted a few times. But, yeah, so I've got a couple of my friends here. You can see here's just the lovely starting screen. Here we have the Ubuntu screen. We're going to be talking a little bit about Ubuntu, obviously by the title of the video because we're doing an Ubuntu review. Hello there, Chairman of Apple Juice. He is my other moderator for this, as well as Boglo on MC. So they are going to be moderating the chat, hopefully. Let's just refresh the chat. I believe I did make him a moderator. So he is a moderator, but for some reason it's not showing him up as a moderator. But yes, Boglo on MC is indeed a moderator. So we're going to wait a couple more, maybe just a minute or two. I doubt we're going to get any more participants than we already have. Because I haven't streamed in so long, and I don't have that many active viewers. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine. You guys are welcome to watch the edited version of this live stream, as well as just the live stream once it's live on YouTube, or actually published to YouTube. I apologize. So, I think, let's check how many participants we've got. Okay, we've got myself, obviously. We've got Chairman of Apple Juice and Boglo on MC. So, yep, I think that is all the participants we are going to be getting today. I'm actually a little bit nervous. I'm shaking a little bit because I haven't done one of these live streams in so long. Probably going to get interrupted like 86 times. And yep, I called it. Well, with that, like I had expected, yes, I did get interrupted once, but it's no worries. That's why we have the microphone muting option. Well then, yeah. Okay, Chairman of Apple Juice says, stop shaking, and then Boglo on MC says, I'm not sure what that means. Well, here, once again, we have the Ubuntu download page. This is the Ubuntu download page for Ubuntu 20.04 Fossa. So, without further ado, I guess let the live stream begin. So, I have I'm going to be making a virtual box for Ubuntu 20.04. Let's see. I'm writing all of this stuff on my crappy HP keyboard, so keep in mind if my typing is garbage, that is the reason why. Alright, let's allocate 2 GB of dedicated RAM. I'm sure that's what Boglo and MC wanted me to say. What do you think? 4 gigabytes? Okay, I got a notification. Alright, yeah, let's do, I'm not sure how much RAM I'll have left if I allocate 4 gigabytes. So I tell you what, yeah, we'll give it 4 gigabytes. I'll be fine. Alrighty. Yep, we'll create a virtual hard disk. So with this, I think I'm going to install Ubuntu rather than just running it off the live media. But yeah, here's the download page for Ubuntu 20.04 Fossa. So if you wanted to download it, this is the page you go to. It's https://ubuntu.com/download. And then you know it's the desktop download page. So let's go ahead and grab my file, because I do believe I have that, which if I didn't have that, then this whole stream would have become a fail. Either way, it became a fail. So it's off to the races. Let's go ahead and start up the Ubuntu operating system on this virtual box, in this virtual box. So I think with this one, we'll have to run it in scaled mode. So, this is something I've never seen before in Ubuntu. Alright, we've got a new viewer, Richard Addison. Hello, Richard Addison. How are you today? So, I believe, well, maybe I won't have to. It might already be in scaled mode, so it might automatically scale it to the screen resolution that I'm at. You know, with the live chat and everything, because I don't want to have it full screen and then have the live chat, you know, cutting off what's actually important in this live stream. So, wait for these to load up. Hopefully they won't take too long. Getting our files together. Alrighty, while that is loading, I'm sure it's not going to be much longer because I already have a cursor. I'm going to be, I don't know, maybe we'll talk a little bit about some things that I'm going to be doing on this channel. So, many of you may notice I have not been making any Linux YouTube videos, and yes, that's obviously true, because why would you ask that question? It's because I haven't been making Linux videos. Yeah, here we are in 20.04 Fossa. I think, as I said, I'm going to install this rather than running off the live media. And there's the lovely startup sound. I might as well wear my headphones so that there's no feedback. Alrighty, yeah, what else talking about? I have not been making Linux videos for a while. My last Linux video was like in December, maybe, I think. Yeah. And I'm not done making the Linux videos. I'm never going to stop making the Linux videos, but this channel is becoming more of a, you know, a technology, mainly focused on computer hardware channel. But don't get me wrong, I will definitely still be continuing doing those Linux videos. I'm not done making those. I'm just not great at, you know, writing scripts for those videos, which before I actually didn't run off. My channel didn't run off of scripts. Before, I used to just go completely blind. Alright, erase disk and install Ubuntu. But yeah, pretty much all of my YouTube videos were unscripted except for like my reviews. Some of my product reviews are scripted. So we'll just leave it at that. Looks like we've got an advanced features option, but we don't need to use LVM. So, go away. Keep in mind, since this is in a virtual box, some things will be a little bit laggy and glitchy, and the experience just won't be as nice as you would be getting on a regular computer setup. Now, later soon I'll be buying an Elgato Game Capture HD. I used to have one of those actually, so that I can actually record my computer, you know, through the BIOS and everything. Come on. Give that a second. Richard Addison says he's alright, so that's lovely to know. I'm glad you're doing alright. How are my other folks? How are you today, Chairman of Apple Juice and Boglow on MC? You can let me know. We have a new viewer, Enzo Bertolotti. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I know how it feels because my last name is super long as well. It's not super long, but it's confusing. So it looks like we're getting a frozen screen here. We'll give that a couple seconds. If that decides not to load, I think it has something to do with this advanced features thing that I opened up. So we'll go ahead and I guess, okay, so Boglow and MC is doing trash can, whatever that means. Yeah, welcome Enzo. How are you today? Apple juice and trash can. Wow. Okay. that's what I get. So yeah, it looks like I'm not getting past this install screen, so we're going to shut it down for now and then reboot it into live media mode. I don't think we'll need to install it, so I think we'll be fine running off of the live medium. Alright. Give that a couple seconds to load up. As I said, if I do make a revised version of this live stream, you know, one where I just publish it to YouTube and, you know, I edit it myself, obviously all this stuff will be cut out. But, you know, all that stuff takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work and very time consuming, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing that. One thing I will be doing is actually started making these videos. Going to be doing like a weekly chat with some of my friends, mainly the chairman of Apple Juice, because that's what we've started to do on this channel. But yeah, it has been 2 years now since I made my last live stream. I'm actually going to check what my last live stream was. I think it was my Windows XP video, where I was, you know, using Windows XP in 2018. Which, using Windows XP really isn't that bad. I mean, as long as you get, you know, as long as you have another computer that is fully up to date, then you can easily, you know, get the files and the drivers that you need without a hassle, really. Like, barely any hassle. I did that on my workstation about a year ago. It was after that live stream that I did, and I got it to work really well. That thing was actually pretty fast because I ran it off of a solid state drive rather than a traditional hard disk drive, as you guys know. Here we have the startup sound again. Gotta tell you, I am a fan of that startup sound. It's pretty nice. Alrighty, let's see. What was my last live stream? While that is loading up, of course. Enzo says, actually, I'm hyped about Pop! OS 20.04. The tiling, extension, and hybrid graphics integration looks amazing. You know, yeah, I'll take a look at that later on. Thanks for that. And then Boglow MC says, bro, this voice is a voice a baby would like to have read to them at night. Huh. So you're saying I'm boring. I mean, I guess I agree with you. Alright, so my last live streams were my 300 subscriber Q&A live stream. Then before that, it was my 2018 room tour. And then before that, it was installing and trying Windows XP in 2018. I'm sorry if my voice is that boring. I used to be so, you know, awake and hyper. But I try to speak a normal pace for everybody to understand. If my voice is too slow and making you guys tired, then go ahead and speed up the video. And isn't this lovely? We're getting a black screen. So if this live stream does decide to completely not work, then I will be streaming another live stream. No, I'll be making another Ubuntu 20.04 review where I can actually get it to work. Because so far, we're not off to a great start, so... if this does become stupid, which it already has been, if it decides not to work this entire video, then I'll change the title to something like, we're talking about garbage. Alright, Richard Addison says, "You're not boring? Who are these cheeky dudes?" Yeah, I'm asking that question every single day. I've known these people for quite a while now, and they like to bully me. Alrighty, Chairman of Apple Juice. Yep, he said, "Yeah, you're pretty boring." Well, again, so far, not off to a great start. Ubuntu is still not working, still deciding not to work. I might have to reboot the operating system again. Oh, what? Well, I saw the Ubuntu screen. You know what? Let's try... Yeah, we'll reboot it. Boglo on MC says, "Yes, we like to bully you." Indeed. So we'll leave it in this screen right now. I'm guessing it actually did load. However, it just hadn't loaded the video drivers yet. And I'm going to run it in this this size first. Maybe give it a chance to recognize that it's in a virtual box, or recognize that the screen can be resized, rather. So, if you guys want to go ahead and download Ubuntu 20.04, I have posted it in the chat for you guys. You just click the link, and yep, it takes you directly to the download page of Ubuntu. So, that is lovely, isn't it? Alrighty. Chairman of Apple Juice says it's not bullying, it's being mean on a repeated basis. Okay. We are still getting that same black screen. Hopefully it's just taking a minute to load up. I really hope this decides to work. I mean, I wouldn't blame it. I haven't done a live stream in 2 years. I should probably leave it alone while it's initializing the drivers. There we go, okay. So, okay, we should hear that startup sound in just a second. Hopefully there's no feedback when that plays. Yep, lovely. Am I right? Uh-oh. As soon as I resize that screen, we got a black screen. Alright, so we do have a cursor. Hopefully that's good news. Okay, we're back. Give that a second to... There we go, there is the install screen. So we're going to do try Ubuntu rather than installing Ubuntu, because I don't want to risk ruining something, because it does appear that the operating system is up and running now. It's just being stubborn. Alrighty. So here's the screen. I did indeed click try Ubuntu. Hopefully we get this to work in a matter of seconds. Okay, Cross your fingers, folks. We do have a cursor. Richard Addison says Deepin version 20 beta is a better system than Ubuntu 20.04 in my honest opinion. I guess I'll give that a try as well. Rather it be on, either way. I might make a video about it or not. I will give it a try. I give you my word, I will give it a try. Alright, here we are in Ubuntu 20.04. So, first thing I notice, that's the new install icon. I actually do kind of like that. So this is normal. This is the normal GNOME, GNOME 3 desktop environment. So here we just have the sidebar. Then we have that calendar up there, very, very nice. We have our, our locales. I think that's what it is. Here we have our internet settings as well as our sound settings. I guess this is your media settings, really. So here's my battery, except it's not going to show because it's in a VirtualBox. Here we have power off / log out, and then the wired connection, that sort of stuff. Richard Addison says, you should, and then a nice little winky face. Alrighty, well, I guess that's next week's video. Possibly a live stream, I don't know. I kind of have my mind set on live streams right now because I haven't done them in so long. And plus, with live streams, you don't really need to script yourself. It's kind of like a podcast. You can plug in and fall asleep. So, here on the sidebar, of course, we've got install Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. Yes, indeed, this is a long-term support distribution of Ubuntu. Long-term support, for you guys who do not understand, means that this version of Ubuntu, or whatever version of Ubuntu that has the LTS suffix, it basically means that you have 5 years of extended support. So, I believe that means 5 years within the release date, 5 years after the release date of the Ubuntu, you get 5 years of extended support, so that's kind of cool. Somebody can correct me and tell me if it's something different, but I don't think I'm wrong. So, yep, here's the install. Here's Firefox web browser. I love Firefox. It's still my favorite web browser. Here we have Thunderbird Mail, something that I use on a daily basis when I'm using Linux, of course. We have our files, our file directories, not file directories. Here we have Rhythmbox. So this is it can be a CD player, it can be just any kind of audio file player. Here we have Libreoffice Writer. I'm more of a Microsoft Office user. I used to be a Libreoffice full-time user. However, I have since switched over to Microsoft. Here we have the Ubuntu Software Center and Help. Here we have these show applications. Alrighty, so Chairman of Apple Juice says it's something different. Okay, I don't think you know that because you're not educated in the field. Alright, Richard Addison says I am right, so I feel comfortable trusting Richard, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, in the Application Center right here we have a bunch of our programs. Here's our drivers, so if you have, I don't know, a discrete graphics card in your computer that isn't being recognized by the operating system, you want to head over to the additional drivers and, install your drivers. Or, whether it be something else or graphics drivers, like I said. But yeah, this automatically takes you to the software update page. Here we have a game. I don't know what that is. That's Solitaire. I don't know what game that is. Here we have our archive manager. Let's see. Richard Addison says, but I prefer rolling distributions, install once and update forever. Actually, yeah, me too. Yeah, every time I install a Ubuntu Linux distribution, I always prefer installing the rolling release because I love being able to easily install an update and be on the newest version, or even on a buggy testing version of the operating system. because I like to see what the operating system is like in the testing stages, in the developing stages rather. Okay, here we have a few more of our programs. So cheese, disk usage analyzer, disks. You guys can read them to yourselves. Here we have a few of our Office programs. Goes down to here. And then Live Patch. Live Patch, I reviewed this in my last Ubuntu review. I don't remember what that is. I believe that's a kernel updater. So I think it's a live kernel updater. You launch this, and then you can actually update the kernel. Canonical Live Patch keeps your system secure by applying. Yep. So this is our kernel up-to-date updater. Up-to-date updater. So yeah, what that'll do is you can launch that program and, of course, keep your system kernel up to date for your own safety. And then, yeah, over here we've got Ramina, and then Rhythmbox, once again, also on the side panel. Shotwell, so this is an image program, screenshot, so I wonder what that does. Power Statistics, this will show you your power statistics. Here we've got our software updates, and then, software and updates, and then here's software update. So I think software and updates will take you to your, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it'll take you to your Ubuntu Software Center, and you can update your programs there. Startup applications, you guys know what that is. Startup Disk Creator. I have used Startup Disk Creator in the past. Pretty self-explanatory, but you can easily make startup disks with different Linux distributions or the current Linux distribution very easily. I've had problems with it in the past, but maybe I'll give that a try a little bit later on, see if they've improved it. But yeah, I've had problems where they would say my flash drive is corrupted or my file is corrupted. So let's see, we've got Sudoku, we've got System Monitor, and then we've got our terminal. I love the terminal. Here's our text editor. So this is where you could do some HTML. I personally would use that for HTML, and that's probably the only thing I'd use it for. Here's Thunderbird Mail, To Do, Transmission. I don't know why I'm reading all these softwares. I apologize. You guys can skip if you would like. But, yep, our last program over here, videos. And then our frequent tabs. This is where your frequently used applications will appear. Hence what it says here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out settings. This is something I always do in all of my Linux distribution reviews because settings is an important place. Okay, so I am connected to apparently gigabit Ethernet. So here's your network settings as well as Bluetooth. So background, this is where you can change your desktop backgrounds, obviously. Appearance. Ooh, this is something I think is new, maybe. I might have missed this. This might have also been in the 19.10 release, but I never did a review of that one. I stopped at 19.04, and then I never did another review since. Well, I think I did a Linux Mint review, but anyways, that's not the point. Looks like we've got a very nice dark mode, which is something I would definitely prefer, and actually, you know what? What's standard look like? Were we already on? Yeah, we were already on standard. And then light looks like that. I'm personally not really a fan of the light theme. I like the standard and the dark. But for the sake of this video, you know what? Let's put it on dark. If it'll work, Alright, so here we've got our dock settings. Alright, let's see. Let's check out the chat really quickly. Yeah, that's true. I have no idea what you were talking about. But you are my friend, so whatever. Alright. Yep, here's our icon size settings. So usually on a 1920 by 1080 display, I have it, I think, set on the 32 because I like it that size. For the sake of this video, we'll make it 40. Leave it at that so you guys can see it pretty well. Notifications. So this is where you can have what programs are allowed to send notifications. Boggle and MC sent me a link. I'm kind of scared to check that out. I'll check it out on my other laptop. Let's see. Just a quick pause if you guys would like to to get a snack or something. Just check out. Okay, great. You know what? No. He sent me Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. You know what? I'm gonna ban these people one day. Alright, welcome back. Richard Addison says, no need to apologize, you haven't done anything wrong. Alrighty. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Alrighty, so check out our search. Actually, here in notifications, so you can have lock screen notifications, which is something that I like to keep enabled. Our search features, applications, so I guess this will list all of our applications and what they have access to, so you know, their notifications and stuff that they have access to. Privacy. Yep. I don't actually have a Thunderbolt connection, so that wouldn't be useful for me, but many other people do have a Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 2 connection on their computer. I believe my Dell XPS 12 does. It might. Alright, let's see. Chairman says yes, and then he says get rickrolled. That's not funny. It is pretty funny. Let's see, where were we? We were in privacy. So privacy, yep, that's just location and stuff. So I can enable my location services if I want. Alrighty, let's see. Online accounts. I really do like the online accounts settings, actually, because here I can actually link my Google account, and then it'll automatically have my Google Drive linked with Ubuntu. So that's a pretty cool feature in my opinion. That's something I hope Ubuntu never decides to take away, because, or any Linux distribution for that matter, because I love that. I love those features. All right, so sharing. This is network sharing, I think, and screen sharing. So this is like, for me, I have a Ubuntu server on my home network, so I would be able to connect my Ubuntu server here wirelessly or through Ethernet here, I assume anyways. Alrighty, and here's my computer name. We'll change it to Ryan Linux. Why not? Ryan Linux 2. Alright, Boglo and MC says, getting food. Be right back. Alright, enjoy your food, except you're a little late. The pause was only like 10 seconds long. Alrighty, so after the sharing, we get our sound settings. Very lovely. Power settings. You guys can check out these settings yourselves. I don't want to drag on way too long just looking at these settings. Mouse and touchpad. Keyboard shortcuts, and then printers. Yeah. Removable media, and then color, region and access. So yeah, this is just a bunch of I guess accessibility settings maybe. And then here's our users. LU, live user. Default applications. So I think no, we do not have VLC media player by default. So if you guys were wondering, no, Ubuntu 20.04 Focal Fossa does not include VLC media player by default. So let's see, date and time. I like to keep my time on the 24-hour format, as you guys know about, and here's some of my system specifications. So yeah, that is enough looking at these settings. Let's see, what shall we look at next? The trash bin. My home. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, while we are here, we are in the files, the directories. So this is something I've always read out in my Linux distribution reviews, is all the directories in the files. So we've got recent, starred, home, desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, and trash. And of course we've got our other locations where we've got like my our Windows network. So this is where you'd have SMB things, for example, my Ubuntu server, like I was talking about earlier. Yep, there's our file manager. So if I wanted to connect, I would do this is how you do it in Windows. I think it's that's the name of my Ubuntu server. That's if I wanted to connect. But yeah, up here. So let's see, we've got a couple of our features up here. So keyboard shortcuts. No, I don't need help. Don't help me. yeah, keyboard shortcuts. So we can have a bunch of lovely, easy shortcuts in Ubuntu. Yep. So that is that's our shortcuts. We don't need to look a whole lot into that. Richard Addison says, I think Unity looked better than GNOME. Oh, definitely. I agree too, brother. Yeah, I miss the good old days when you had Unity, the Unity desktop environment in Ubuntu. Ubuntu 16.04, or no, yeah, 16.04 and 16.10 were my absolute favorite Ubuntu distribution releases. And I just got a notification. It is from Boglo on MC. He says, ha 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 ha. But yeah, about Unity, about the Unity desktop environment on Ubuntu, I definitely agree. I really miss the Unity desktop environment. I really wish it hadn't died. Like, I guess I don't have any Control-Alt-T. Wait, do I? Any quick shortcuts? Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, I believe you can still install the Unity desktop environment in Ubuntu. I think it's just sudo apt install Unity. I think it's literally just that. No. Unity 7? No, I think you might have to add the repository first. So I'm not really going to bother. Let's, maybe for a future video. I did actually make a tutorial on how to get the Unity desktop environment back on Ubuntu, but I think that was all the way back on Ubuntu 17.10. Let's see. Chairman of Apple Juice says, I personally liked the Yak Hair 55.2. You know what? I'm just not going to read his comments anymore. Let's see. Where were we? We were in the directories. So I think that's enough looking at the directories. So we can show the hidden files, of course. Yep. You can also do Control-H. That'll hide or unhide your hidden directories. Alrighty then. Let's see. Let's see. Display settings. We haven't gone to display settings yet, have we? Alrighty. You know, I think we did, but this is something that I like to look at individually anyway. So here's where you can change your resolution, of course. It does sense that it's in the VirtualBox, as you can see, VBX. So it's pretty nice. Stop sending me notifications, please. Alrighty, what was I had something else in mind. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. I think I have covered most of the features, other than the software manager. So let's check out the Software Center. Give that a quick look. I don't think they announced any changes in Ubuntu 20.04 in terms of the software manager. So I don't think this might just be a complete waste of time. Let's see. Richard Addison says Cinnamon makes more sense to me than GNOME. Yes, I am currently using Cinnamon, the Cinnamon desktop environment, as you guys can see right here, and I love it. I've been using it for what, 3 years now, about 3 years, and like I switched to a Ubuntu Linux distribution, or Linux Mint is an Ubuntu Linux distribution, but my point is I switched to different Linux distributions, and then like a week later I'm like, oh, you know what, I miss Cinnamon. I miss Linux Mint Cinnamon, because Linux Mint Cinnamon it's just such a great distribution and desktop environment. Alrighty, Explore. So this is what we've got at the top. We've got Explore installed and updates. Looks like we've got all our programs up to date, which is lovely. Mindtest. Now Mindtest, this advertisement up here, I used to play. It's a Minecraft copy, but it's actually, it's okay, it's okay for Minecraft, or for Linux, I guess. But you can actually get Minecraft in Linux. It's pretty easy to install, actually. So here we've got Editor's Picks. So yep, you guys can check out those programs right there. Kdenlive used to be my #1 favorite video editor, and that actually, this YouTube channel used to run purely off of the Kdenlive video editor, as well as Simple Screen Recorder and Open Broadcaster software. But now I have since switched to to Adobe Premiere 2020. Now, when I started out this channel, you know, I thought my editing skills were so good, and I was editing with Sony Vegas Pro 13, I think it was. Yeah, Sony Vegas Pro 13, and I thought my editing skills were so good. Guys, check out some of my older videos, like my RAM upgrade tutorial on the Acer Aspire F15. Yeah. Anyways, we've got our categories right here, which is something I personally like because I like to see organization in all of my Linux distributions, in all of my operating systems is what I'm trying to get out. So all the categories, you guys can check these out right here. Yep. So why not? Let's go to productivity. Let's see, what do we get? Wow, lovely. Okay, this is also a VirtualBox compatibility issue, I'm assuming, because you know everything is going to be so slow, and not to mention I'm live streaming to YouTube right now, so that's just the way it is. You know, it uses a bunch of CPU and random access memory usage. Well, yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I think I pretty much covered all the things that I was planning on covering in this distribution. This wasn't, as I said, this wasn't a scripted video. I will possibly be making a follow-up video if I missed some features, because what I wanted to do was see if I could say, oh, that's new, and you know, maybe some of you guys can let me know how I did, see if I actually did find any of the new features or discover any new features. But this video is completely unscripted, which is how I planned it to be. So, you know, kind of a new user's point of view, I guess I could say, for people who are deciding to switch over to Ubuntu without any knowledge or without learning first. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I think I covered everything, but if not, as I said, I'll be making a follow-up video about the features that I missed. Of course, if I get enough time. But yep, that's enough of me blabbering for one day. I hope you guys enjoyed this lovely live stream. It has come towards the end of this video now. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this video. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, any last words in the chat? Yep. Well, I'm going to leave now. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.